Welcome to this mindfulness meditation session. This will be a guided, explorative experience, which will be both relaxing and reflective. Sit up with a straight back. Make sure your body is comfortable, and softly close your eyes. Now take a few deep breaths into your nose and let the air out through your mouth with a big sigh. Now, breathe in a relaxed way. Each time you exhale, let your body relax. Begin to scan down your body from head to toe. Just notice any sensations as you scan down from the top of your head, and you're not trying to change anything. Just become aware of your face, the back of your head, your neck, your shoulders. Become aware of your upper back and your chest. Become aware of your arms, your hands, your fingers. Become aware of your torso. Become aware of your hips, your buttocks, and now scan your lower body. Your thighs, your knees, your lower legs, your ankles. Feel the bottom of your feet sitting or resting on the floor. And now notice your breath. Notice whether your breaths are deep or shallow, or somewhere in between. And don't change anything. Just be the passive observer of your breath. With each inhalation, say to yourself mentally, I am aware that I am inhaling. And with each exhalation, say to yourself, I am aware that I am exhaling. Let's take a moment to perform the following exercise. Open your eyes and look at an object. It doesn't matter what the object is. Anything that you see around you, just focus on that for a moment. Are you aware that you see the object? If you are, then say to yourself, I see the object. Focus your attention on that object for a few moments, and then close your eyes. Now try to picture that object on the screen of your mind. Become aware of the fact that you, the perceiver, are observing or looking at that image as it appears in your mind. Through this practice, you can realize that you are the viewer of your mind. You are the perceiver. You can observe your mind and its contents, just like you can observe or perceive a movie screen or its contents in a movie theater. And just as you are not the movie screen, so you are not your mind. Have you ever sat beside a river or mountain stream? and watched twigs and leaves flow by, bobbing up and down as they are swept by the stream? When the river is raging, they move swiftly, and when the current is gentle, they float quietly past. Our thoughts, desires, and emotions are like these sticks and leaves being swept along by the current of our mind stream. Just as we can sit on the riverbank peacefully, watching the river and its contents flow by, in the following guided mindfulness meditation, we can experience calmly observing the stream of mind stuff, that is, sensations, thoughts, emotions, flowing by. Rather than being helplessly swept along in their current, just envision yourself sitting by the side of the river, detached by the incessant flow of your mind's thoughts and demands. As a detached witness, you can directly experience inner peace. We can analyze this by practicing an exercise called silent witness technique. Make sure you're sitting comfortably and you have your eyes in a soft gaze or softly closed. It is natural for your mind to wander, so when it happens, don't worry about it. As soon as you notice your mind has wandered, just gently bring it back to your breath. Now, as a detached observer or witness, observe your mind and its ever-changing contents. As you observe your mind as a completely disinterested viewer, just say to yourself, I am the silent witness. I make no effort to think, but thoughts come automatically. I'm watching thoughts flow through my mind, but I am separate from them. I am the silent witness to my mind's activities. Now, imagine that you are sitting beside an ever-moving stream, observing the water passing by. See how thoughts flow through your mind, just like sticks and leaves that float downriver as you watch from the river bank. Just as a stream may be very clear or very polluted, so a stream of mind stuff may be very clear or very polluted. But you are not the stream, or the sticks or leaves floating on the stream, but rather you are the detached observer sitting peacefully on the river bank. Just observe any sensations, thoughts, desires, fears, plans, emotions, and so on, as they bubble up on the surface of your mind and then disappear. Remember, don't latch onto or judge any particular emotion. If you find yourself latching or holding onto a particular thought or emotion, then consciously let it go. Just remain a detached observer of the mind and its ever-changing contents. It's extremely liberating to realize that you are not your mind. The mind is the sitting place for an endless number of desires, demands, thoughts, images, speculations, and so on. When you identify with your mind, you get pushed, pulled, and affected in various ways by the mind's ever-changing contents, be they images, thoughts, plans, demands, fears, or desires. When this happens, you are like a person who is helplessly swept downstream by the strong currents of a swiftly moving river. As long as you identify yourself with your mind or the contents of your mind, you can never be at peace. But if you understand that you, the self, are not your mind, nor its contents, then you can be an unaffected perceiver and observer of the mind's contents, including its demands, desires, and so on. And in this way, you will not be swept away by the mind's strong currents. Once we understand we are separate from the mind, we can appreciate why it's so challenging to tame the mind. Just like the movie screen, the mind is like a tool we can use for different purposes. And the more we get to know the tool and the more we master it, the more useful it becomes. But mastering the mind is a huge challenge. The mind is like a wild horse. It appears to have its own will, though in reality it doesn't. And with enough practice, you can tame your mind and let it work for you. After some practice, you'll start appreciating this concept more and more. Just understand that it's a gradual process. The more you ride the horse, the more it'll follow your directions. If you practice this meditation more often, you will notice that it'll help you to deal with things in different, more peaceful, more effective ways that lead to good outcomes, brilliant outcomes, in fact. Once you've practiced mindfulness meditation for many years, most people tend to change the way they approach daily life, placing value on a sense of equanimity and mindfulness that is not restricted to an actual meditation session. Mindfulness helps you to understand who you really are. You can gain freedom from the turmoil of the mind and use mindfulness to live a meaningful, peaceful, and happy life. Not only does mindfulness give us the opportunity to access inner peace, it actually begins to transform the mind so that it becomes our friend and a valuable ally on our journey through life. We have now come to the end of this meditation. Open your eyes and consider these ideas throughout your day.